So he admires her so much, and Gary Whittle plays my mama, and Bridget was Ginger, as I call her. And then Ginger would come out and east all the time and stay in, and she'd get to stay in our house, and she lived in our house for a very long time. And the world is the social circles are small, and you just keep bumping into people if you're lucky, and if you're behaving, basically it's a decent person, stick around. Did you ever like the pretty amazing cult in A Better Story in the World? And thinking a high knot and like a heist movie. It's always been like that. We've always said that they have been our heroes. It goes all the way back. We don't really know, and we don't really know because there's a lot of about the call packing on Chuli and digging on Mouse. And that was very inspiring. We had the answer to similar questions earlier. Who is the mentor? And that was the Beddish guy and like influencer. And he was one of them and a fruity at that. And when you come to New York, you see a lot of experimental stuff. Like you're seeing a lot of like Suedos. And my brother was in, Runaways, the first original cast at NYU. And she taught there. And when I was a Mandulum in Runaways down and about, Roblox down to the Dylan Blaine, it was with the public and on Broadway. And I auditioned for it and I motioned pictures and I met her at 39th Street back then and I took it to the train. So I love Liz Swazers and I love that show, which I know your listeners pull up that cast album, which is incredible. And there's an update to that, and I don't know what it is. And I've almost worked with Paul Abdul, and it was very close, yeah. And it was like a note on the little podcast, and she didn't really actually action the questions with the mentors. And I tried to find it. I was a little bit frustrated with all of y'all because you just explored all of the sides of me, and you really let me see that side of me, and what's great. And it was uniquely good at that. She had a real bad girl energy. And at first I auditioned and then I went to Tisch. And as an acting student at Tisch, I didn't care. I ended up go, very classy and very passionate about Kings wanted to do this. And more than anyone else in my life, allowed me to see myself as this, and I thought that was such a gift as a young performer, and acknowledging that I could be imperfect, and I really took away my fear and emboldened me in my stage presence, and it was a way, like a sugar cooking and gift, started giving me fearlessness. And that's why I ask about these people, because this energetically has a real smart response, and I'm compelled to be funny, and otherwise I wouldn't be, because I was really, really talented and very, if anyone could find a way to Runaways, really block that show. It's pretty friggin' experienced and brutal as Josie de Guzman and Diane and all of the Tobys and my brother's Toby, who went on to do the original event as well. And Jonathan was in that show. Diggin'. I called it, and I talked about it in that spirit. And when I showed those rehearsals, I could smell that, the light coming in the window and thrift to the studio. And it just brought me so much. It brought me back to the wondrousness in myself and it reminded me to be fearless when I'm a newbie, when I'm so established, I suppose. And that's something that I'm running into. I'm running fearless in a bush. And I think you, I don't know, you just try to make interesting choices and doing plot suite and terrifying, absolutely terrifying. We're playing three parts and do anything like that, and then us, and then the politics were different, the women were different, sexual politics were different. People sounded like they were from regional accents and manners and behaviors. And it was absolutely terrifying to me, and I could not do it. There were a lot of ways that he could say, yeah,